right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode number 19 here with Raul Lizarraga, the ABO and GBO champion. Defended his belt last night, both belts last night in a banger of a fight, man. If you didn't see it, you're gonna want to listen to this show today. And we also have Juan Curiel, CEO of the ABO. American Boxing Organization is in the house as well. And Bats Media, Omar Bats, he's our guy behind the scenes, on the scenes, in the ring, well, outside of the ring, but he's the one that gets all the inside shots for us. Welcome, everybody.
Hey, thank you for the invite.
Oh, yeah. Well, I'll tell you what, if anybody didn't see it and they were on it, they're going to want to hear this. This was a brutal battle, and it was a built up because I'll tell you the whole card last night. If Eddie Rodriguez is responsible for the matchmaking in this whole card, he did a great job all the way to the end. Because I'll tell you, this was it topped the show. It was elongated because of a lot of activity, but we all got there. Raul ended up fighting after 10 p.m. last night, and he got the fifth round knockout on his opponent. And let's turn around and let it loose. First of all, Juan, you want to ask Raul any questions?
Yeah. So one of the things that we always want to discuss, Champ, is life after boxing. What those plans look like and things like that. I know you're still in your career as you're progressing, but we really want our champions to be well informed of different things that are out there. So California has that pension for you guys. And I know I submitted that form so that you can fill it out. Did you ever get a chance to fill it out and submit it?
I filled it out, but I never got a chance to submit it.
Okay, it's really super important, Champ, that you do that. Okay.
Okay.
Because if you progress in your career, I don't want there to be any like holes for you. You know what I mean? I want you to get your pension, right?
Yeah.
So I just want, those are one of the things that I kind of like. I know I asked Jesse, and I know he's told you about it. And that's because we care about you. We want to make sure that you walk out of this sport with your pension, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then another thing, like, what do you plan on doing, like, after like your career? Have you thought about college, or have you thought about like a trade school or something?
Well, I haven't really thought about going to school or nothing, but honestly, I'm open to going back to school because I really want to get a major in business, or just open my mind up and to get into business, because I want to have different forms of income so I can, I want to keep making money so I can be able to provide for my family even after boxing.
And that's what we want, to have those conversations with our champions, because it's really super important, that when you're in your early stages of your career, kind of like you are, that you're thinking longevity like that, and I'm really glad that Jesse is doing those things, and he's a really good role model. He's accomplished a lot, and there's just a lot of material out there. So my advice is try to go to the websites and look at different things for colleges, whether social media is a big thing. So I know I know that maybe Mr. Bats over here can give you some guidance about, like, I don't know, like social media, whether it's getting licensed to do a drone or to do videos or something like that, because social media is a really huge platform, and I know that they're always looking for professionals. Am I correct, Mr. Bats?
Yeah, 100%. I mean, I built my own, my little career off of just social media, so it's been working out. I've been able to go places because of it. Meet a lot of good people.
You see that? So there's a lot of things that you can do, and college is not for everybody, but at least if you can kind of like just get the grassroots of things. You know what I'm saying? Like, and believe me, I have this conversation with all our champions. And why I have this conversation? Because I care. I care about you guys. I want to see you guys retire well, be happy, and have careers after that.
Yeah,
Just simple,
yeah, I
simple stuff.
understand.
Well, you're talking to a very smart young man there. This guy is a student of the game at first before he is a professor. He's becoming a professor in his game. So, yeah, my thing about Raul is I see Raul never leaving the boxing industry one way or another. So whether it's in business wise or whether it's has something to do around the boxing world, I just see him and his brother doing this the rest of their lives. I mean, they live it and they love it, and there's so many aspects in the world of boxing, and that's why we're here with all angles. We bring all
What I
that.
like.
Sorry, Juan, you're breaking up.
Comfortable, or
Okay, Juan,
you
we're losing you a little bit there, sir.
Oh, we
you
lost
fell
him.
off. He'll pop back on.
All I hear is all more crunching in the background.
Yeah, but I know what he's saying, and I know you've thought about it.
My bad.
Everybody does.
I gotta stop.
Are you crunching back there? Here he is. He can come back on right here. Okay, there you go. He's back.
I'm back. So,
My bad.
so my question is: do you feel comfortable at middleweight?
Maggie.
Yeah, I feel comfortable at middleweight. Yeah, I feel comfortable. My weight cuts are never really hard. I mean, it's always hard making weight, but once it gets to the point where it just starts coming down gradually, instead of having to cut weight excessively, like 10 pounds in one day or something like that, I'm always on weight.
Oh, that's wow, that's great. And your brother, you said Dave was saying just now. I think I heard him before I got kicked off by accident. Does your brother fight too?
Yeah, well, he doesn't really fight anymore. He's stepping away from it a little bit so he can focus on other things. But he still has a love for the sport, and he still loves teaching the youngsters a little bit, just coaching them a little bit. Yeah, his little style.
Oh, that's great. That's great.
Yeah.
Well, let me ask you this. I want to get to know you a little better. Who's your favorite fighter
Of all time, Roy Jones Jr.
Okay, so what do you like about him?
Roy Jones Jr. was just a different fighter. His style, just the way he is. Like, yeah, a lot of people say he was cocky, he was flashy. Hey, name one fighter pound for pound was that dominant for that long. I just think he was a different fighter. I've always been a fan of Roy Jones Jr.
Yeah, me too. I've always been a fan of his discipline.
Yeah, he had major discipline, but a lot of it was forced on him. Like, it was a natural thing to him because that's how his dad raised him and trained him to be, like, kind of like Floyd Mayweather and his dad. Yeah,
discipline is probably one of the key components in being just a great athlete, and Roy Jones is definitely no exception to that. I mean, he's amazing. You're right about that.
Yeah.
So that's your favorite fighter here in the U.S. And how about back in Mexico?
In Mexico, probably Canelo Alvarez right now. Canelo is my favorite right now.
Okay, all right. So we got Canelo in Mexico, and then we got Roy Jones. Two different fighters, different styles.
Yeah.
Okay. How about you, Dave? Who is your favorite fighter of all time?
Man, throughout all the years that I've been alive, there's been many, many favorite fighters. But let's start back in the 80s in the 90s with Roy Jones.
Okay.
Roy Jones was one of my favorite fighters too. I remember he took a break from boxing after he lost the gold in the Olympics, which broke my heart because I was in love with the guy, man. The guy was just a phenomenal, talented boxer. And when he came back, he sure did show exactly the skills that he had. And, those skills are today are still being used with the fighters of today. And plus Roy Jones is now, training, and he's also promoting and doing other things as well. So we're grateful for him to be in the boxing world still. He's got a lot of love for it, and he's going to give us a lot of good fighters and knowledge. I know his last fight they came out, they lost, but they're taking that as a learn, and then they go right back to the drawing board. So let's go from there. You got to look at Julio Cesar Chavez, man. The corazon of the man and the cranial thickness of the man's head was just brutal. In his prime, the 100 and something fights that he has, because there's fights he had that they didn't even record. So the man is just phenomenal, and to this day is still sharp mentally. The Roberto Duran's. So I could go back a little further to Sugar Ray Leonard when he was wearing his son's picture on his socks when he was in the Olympics. He was the man, Sugar Ray Leonard. Let's see who. I could go on because I have plenty. I can't just choose one. Mike Tyson came up at the same time that I was there. We got lucky. We got to go see him fight one fight at the Olympic Training Center. He wipes the man out. And then Customato flies him back to Catskill the next day, and they turn him pro, I think, the next week. So it was phenomenal to be able to witness that, man. He was crying like a baby outside of the Olympic Training Center, and his trainer, what's his name, Teddy Atlas, was like, trying to get in his head, straighten him out. Come on, man. And we were like, that guy that's crying is supposed to be this mean guy. And then an hour later, we're watching him fighting in the ring, man. And I tell you what, we were like, oh my gosh, man, this guy is brutal. So for me, it could go on and on and on. Personally, right now, my favorite fighter is Terrence Bud Crawford. He hasn't been tested yet to the full extent, I don't think. I think Spence will be the guy to test him, and we're all been waiting for that. He falls off, falls on, falls off, falls on. But until that fight happens, I don't see any other fights that are going to match that one right there.
Yeah.
Maybe
Canelo and Benavidez.
That might match.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, he cut off again.
Awesome.
Yeah, they're having an Arctic freeze up there. So,
in Illinois, it's cold out there.
Yeah, so they're below zero. Let's see here. Let's do some shout outs real quick. All right, so okay, here he comes back on. There we go. Let's see if he's.
I'm back. Sorry about that. Do you think that?
Okay. Yeah, he's freezing.
Can you hear me?
We can hear you. Yeah.
We can hear you now.
Am I freezing? Oh,
you're freezing.
Goodness.
Yeah.
Maybe it's well, Chicago, man. It's really cold out here.
That's what I was explaining to him. Arctic freeze.
I'm fine with my 40-degree weather out here.
All right. Let's do some quick shout outs real quick. So we're looking at, let me see here. We got quite a few people. We got Manuel Leves. Thank you for joining the show, bro. Thanks for supporting Rally Raw. all the time. I've seen you last night. Let's see, Carlos Beltran, Puro Black House Boxing. All right, shout out to Black House Boxing. That's Sergio's neck of the woods. We have, oh man, somebody's favorite fan. That's Raquel Santillan. She says, my favorite fighter is my mijo, Raul. So
liar. Come on, Mom. Don't lie to him.
We got Arturo Rodriguez. That's my primo from Denver, Colorado. Thank you for always supporting us. We got Rosa and Jose Aguilera. I know they wish they could have been there last night to watch you, but they're always supporting us. They support you guys as well. Mary Trujillo, one of my favorite fans, but she's a fan of yours as well. She was very happy to be there at the fight last night to watch you do what you did. And then let's see here. Let's go through a little couple more. Let's go. Tony Chavez, Colorado 303 in the house. My peeps, man. Thank you for always supporting us. This is Raleigh Raw. This is a man you're going to see become a world champ in the future, in the new future here. They're doing the right thing with him. We got Jose Flores out of our gym. Big fan of you guys in the whole fight game. Thank you for supporting us. And I'll find everybody else little by little. But we got Juan back. How you doing, Juan? You there?
I am.
Yeah.
Can you hear me all right?
He's kind of back.
Yeah.
Just a little bit. Just a little bit.
We were talking about your Arctic freeze.
Yeah, you're right about that. It's really cold out here.
Arctically freezing, yeah. Let's see here. We got somebody. I don't know who it is. It says it's a Facebook user. Having it been said that your last fight was the toughest this far, what are your plans as you move forward? Do you have your eyes set on a specific fighter that truly are attainable to fight?
At the end of the day, I'm gonna just stay focused to keep moving forward and climbing up the ladder. And whoever they want to put in front of me, I'll fight. I'll fight whoever. I'm not gonna duck and dodge nobody. I feel like I'm at a point right now where I can't really pick and choose who I want to fight.
Okay. Do you think that was the toughest?
Yeah, that was my toughest fight, dude. Because I was clocking homeboy. He didn't want to go down, dude.
Yeah. It was so intense.
I was clocking him, bro. He didn't want to go down. He just kept coming right back at me too. So I was like, I gotta bite down and just keep going, dude.
Mm-hmm. Well, he did
so
come
where
with
does
some
that
seasoning.
put you? Where does that put you? Like so going back to training and back to the drawing board. Like, what do you feel like you have to work on after that fight?
Well, I messed up the first round because he just came right at me. He came right at me. So I was like, I stuck to his tempo, dude. That's what threw me off. I stuck to his tempo, but once I started throwing him off, and he wanted to be the aggressor, and then he wanted to go back. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna start being the aggressor, but then I can also box with him as well. So I was just throwing him off his tempo, and that's what made him start opening up more. And I was just clocking him.
Yeah, I think, dude, I definitely saw your conditioning pick up 100% too. Because toward the end, he was getting tired, and then you got out of that corner looking like brand new again, and then that's when you just started going at it. You started throwing those punches, not even letting him. Yeah. You didn't even let him throw anything, and that's when you just smothered him with punches, and then the ref was just like, "Nah, it's over."
Yeah.
That was
so bad. The fourth round, I hit him with a good punch, and he was about to go down. The referee was about to stop it. And the bell rang, and I was
saved by the bell.
Damn, he was saved by the bell. And then they were like, hey, take him out. Don't stop messing with him. Take him out. I'm like, all right.
Yeah.
So I just bit.
So the guy who said that was our man ourselves, Sergio Estrada. Big Serge was the one who asked you that question, and he's got another one for you. All right, Big Serge, man. Thank you for joining us, brother. Are there actually any promoters that have shown interest in you? And if so, there are a specific one that you're interested in committing to?
Well, not really. I'm not really into any talks with any promoters yet. No promoters have really reached out or anything. And I'm fine with signing with anybody, to be honest. Anybody who believes in me and my talent and who wants to showcase it, I'm fine with signing with anybody. But at the end of the day, I got a family to feed, and and people to take care of. So as long as it met, we're right. We're 50-50 on it.
Yeah.
Good
Can we
answer.
about
They have to work with you. Yeah. That promoter has to keep your best interest at mind. They have to be on your side. A lot of promoters will turn around and pull you in and just build you up to feed you to their lions, or so to speak. But with you, they'll find that you're the diamond and that you're the one that they need to hone and polish, because you're going to be the lion they're going to be feeding people to you. And I believe that 100% for you.
Yeah.
So yeah. I tell you, they're going to be knocking down your door, But I know you got the pit bull Jesse over there with all his little bullies, holding everybody off.
That's funny. That's good.
Let's talk about that though. The promotion though, the boxing promotion. How dude, they didn't play your song. It kind of was irritating me, and they didn't play like your video too. Like
yeah,
I mean,
it was.
right?
I got love for Red Promotions. They just things happen, mistakes happen, so I'm not gonna hold them accountable or get mad about it.
Yeah,
it's all right. I still put on a performance at the end of the day, and I'm still rocking out to Mr. Little Man, homie. You know how it is.
Yeah. It was hectic back there in the back room, huh?
Yeah, it was kind of hectic. I don't think they should do the fashion shows no more.
Yeah,
it does kind of take away from the momentum of the fights, and stretching out a 2-hour event into 4 hours, and the main event having to fight after 10 p.m. It's brutal, because you got to. How many times are you resetting your mind, thinking you're going to go on at 8, thinking you're going to go on at 9, and then 10 o'clock finally gets here. It's all a mental.
Well, I took my time getting ready in the back, because I was like, you know what? They're taking their sweet ass time. I'm gonna take my sweet ass time too. And you know what? I got ready at the perfect time, because as soon as that fifth fight ended and the fight before me ended, all right, 15-minute intermission. I said, you know what? I got ready at the right time. I'm not even getting mad.
That's cool. Yeah. I'm just talking about the waiting around, because you're sitting there and you're relaxing, and you did stay cool. You always stay cool. You're always cool. You're always mellow. You're always relaxed. But it's like I could almost go take a damn nap in between these events here.
Yeah.
So Sergio Estrada asked you, did another one. Do you plan on continuing to defend the ABO title, or set? Let's see. Okay, they're moving around here. Yourself up with other belts.
Yes, I plan on defending the ABO title, but when the opportunity comes to actually fight for a bigger title, of course I would take that chance and take that advantage. Because I believe in my training. I train hard, and I feel like nobody else is really training like me. So yeah, I'll in the future. Yeah, I won't turn it down.
Okay, he also said, nice to hear your responses. Simply trying to open up the dialogue.
Yep.
Uh-oh.
And one thing is that we're more than happy to continue to support him, even if he continues to fight for those other belts, because we believe that much in Raul, and I know he's going to go places. I've always said we're a stepping stone, and I know that you're heading the right way. So be patient.
I'm going to finish up this sentence here. It says here, nice to hear your responses. Simply try and open the dialogue. Shout out to you all and my boy Cesar Garcia. Hope to join you all soon once again. Brother, you're always have a home here. And then we got Jesse Moreno. The audio video was the event's loom color manager fault. We are addressing this issue with the owner of the venue. Yeah, so Jesse's already on top of that, But we can talk about the venue all day long, man. But the main thing is that fight. Everybody's fights went off. They got them done. Everything got taken care of in the end. And the main thing is you went out there, you fought the fight of your career so far, and to see you do that, and to see you turn it up in that end of the fourth, and then clean it up in the fifth was textbook. Beautiful, So just tell me this, Omar, how do you feel about seeing your best friend behind the camera that close up in the ring? What goes on through your mind when you're watching this?
Man, it's crazy to be right there and just be like hear everything, even before the fight, like going to the sparring, training, texting him behind the scenes, like dude, just being a part of it is super cool. I love it. And then being right ringside on top of it, just I'm like trying to watch it and I record at the same time, and I'm like yelling at the same time too. I'm like the whole time, and sometimes my video was like kind of a little shaky because I was yelling at the same time. And I was like, okay, I gotta chill out. But man, it's awesome, man. It's a great feeling too to be part of the whole team, dude. I love it.
Isn't it a beautiful thing to be a part of that team? That's awesome. I'm glad I'm on the outside, but I still got love like family for Raul and Temecula. Yeah. I mean, this is just the way it is. People look at us like we're crazy because, I opened up a gym later on the other end. But you know what? It's not about that. This is how Colorado works. Every gym works with each other. Out here, it's a little bit different. You got these little spin-offs or what have you, and they want to be the man or whatever. And that's just it. We're not trying to be the man. We're just doing what we'd love to do. We have different ways, different styles, whatever, but we respect and we care for each other, and especially the fighters, because it's all about you guys. It's not about us. We're gym owners, we're coaches, we're trainers. It's not about us. It's all about the fighter. You guys are the one getting in the ring. You guys are the ones that need to shine, and that's the period. That's the way it should be. Period. We're not looking for the head 100%. Coaches to be, crowned with a WBC or an ABO or a whatever belts there are. It's not the coaches. It's you guys that get in the ring. So,
Yeah.
It's a neutral, mutual respect.
Yeah,
definitely. I'm excited for the other fights as well to be a part of, and just the whole journey, man. It's cool. And like
Omar
we
gets
talk,
passionate.
We're gonna be putting together this whole thing, this whole growth from like when I known you, you're like 16 years old. Like I have all this footage that you can make a whole documentary out of, and like the whole startup when you're an amateur fighter. I think that's awesome, man. It's dope. Last night was a movie, definitely. It felt like a movie. It was dope,
did.
Man. It did.
It did. I've seen that movie before. I mean, the build up, the fight getting in there, and two guys banging it out. And then little by little, man, the one who had it is the one who pulls it all out, and that was you. That was amazing.
Goosebumps now. Just this thinking about it, how everybody started chanting your name. Everyone was like, "Oh man, how does that feel? How do you feel?"
I was hearing it. I was hearing it in the ring. I was able to hear it. I'm like, all right, I got to pick it up. I started picking it up. I was getting the mad. I was getting the dog on, homie.
I seen that dog in you, man. That must have made your adrenaline spike, huh?
I clacked homeboy in his eardrum, dude, and he started wobbling back a little bit, and I was like, all right, that's when the tunnel vision started kicking in.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so, I saw that. I saw that too. That was awesome.
Yeah, man.
So afterwards, when you were done, you went back. Obviously, you had to get the stitches in your head and stuff like that. And a lot of guys. What's funny, because as tough as they could possibly be, they sometimes tend to how do you say, they see their own blood come from somewhere else or whatever. With you, I know that's not the case, because we just talked about that prior to the show. You know what I mean? When you're going to use that, if you have to use super glue to put it together, just put it together. Let's just move.
Put it back together. Just weld it.
Put a couple of beads on it, huh?
Yeah.
That's cool. Yeah. So now your grandfather and your grandmother were there last night, right? Your grandfather?
No, my grandfather was there, but that was his lady that he was with.
Oh, okay. So yeah. I enjoyed talking to your grandfather. I mean,
Triple P.
man, I'll tell you, we're old school, and we get together and we start chopping it up, and it's like, I gotta go check out the fights or whatever. But I just love it, man. He is such a fan and such a supporter of you. How does that feel?
When I was a kid, when I used to train at a gym in San Diego, he used to drop me off every day. He used to stay there every day, pick me up and drop me off, and he'd stay there and watch me train. He has a passion for boxing. He loves it. That's why I love my grandpa. That's why I get my heart from my grandpa.
Yeah, I can see that, man. He's a hell of a man.
They used to call my grandpa Bing Bang back in the day.
Bing Bang, huh?
Bing Bang, yeah.
He looks like money. I mean, you can just tell, I mean, he's old veterano, man. He's been around for a long time, man. And like I said, I could shoot the bull with him all night long. And hopefully
kind of looks like Freddie Fender, though. I like it.
There you go.
He's definitely got some. He's got some war stories, huh?
Oh, I've heard them all, dog. I've heard them all. I've heard them all.
I'll bet, man.
He would drive us down. He would drive us by his old neighborhood. Be like, oh, this right here, this right there. Just tell us all the old war stories.
Wow.
Man, I love it.
And you know what? If you're smart, you're gonna listen to him.
Oh yeah, I listen.
That's
I learned. I learned to take advantage of those moments because they don't come around every day.
Nope, they do not, man. I was raised by a man, off and on for about 12 years, who I called my grandfather. Was more like my dad. And what was his deal was he was a man of very few words. It was bullshit, regardless, or beside the point. So once you got all three of those, there was no talking after that. But with me, he took me under his wing because my dad had died when I was younger. So he actually started talking to me like a man while I was little.
Mm-hmm.
I had no clue of what he was truly telling me when I was little. But as I grew through my life, it started coming to me of what he taught me while I was a little kid. So we could learn a lot from our grandfathers or great grandfathers or whatever we have in front of us. If we have that, that's a smart man will listen.
Yeah,
definitely.
So I'm going to do a couple more shout outs here. Eddie Rodriguez Sr., man. Well, if you're responsible for those cards last night, man, and you matched it up, I want to tell you, good job, man. I applaud you. The cards were pretty awesome. Then we got Scotty Gomez, Brenda Zaragoza. Thank you all for supporting us. We appreciate you all. Let's see here. We got a couple more. We'll get them as they come in because I can't see them all. But Raul, what would you like to cover? Would you like to say something about your family, your kids?
No. I'm just, all the hard work has been put in. The fight's over, so I get a little time off. I get to spend time with my lady and then my kids, and be the dad, be the full-time dad for a little bit while my lady goes to school and all that.
Oh, that's
Just spending time, making memories. That's all it is.
Yeah, that's true, man. Just enjoy every moment.
It was cool to see them.
Yeah,
it was cool to see them there, man. Like,
yeah, they had fun. You could tell my youngest, she was all excited to see everybody. My oldest, she was all excited to see everybody. She recognized Omar with the camera and started doing poses and all that. I was like, yeah.
That's awesome. How does your girl feel about when you fight? Like, how does she feel? Have you talked to her? Like, did she get scared or did she get worried?
Well, we were just talking about it. She said she felt so anxious. She felt so nervous. She said it's just like the movies, man. Did she say it's just like the movies? Yeah, it's just like the movies.
Yeah, man.
I always thought they lie and all that. Like, oh no, it's not that bad. But when my brother was fighting, I never felt so much anxiety in my life. I was like, dude, I feel like I'm fighting. I get more nervous watching other people fight than when I fight.
Yeah.
So I can only imagine how my lady is, man. It's probably 10 times worse.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you something. Your brother was right next to me during your whole fight, and he felt like he was in the ring with you.
Yep.
Yeah.
He was the background coach. He was on uncle duty. He was the bodyguard. He was all that.
Yeah, I know, man. He wanted to jump in there himself, huh?
Yeah, Chris the Gent, man. Chris the Gent.
That's it.
Yeah, he was calling it too. He was calling it. So
Yep.
that's cool. That it's so awesome that you can hear his voice, because a lot of times you're not trained for certain, but your brother's been with you the whole time you guys have been boxing, man. So you guys are like yin and yang, man. And he's in the ring, he's hearing you. You're in the ring, you're hearing him. And it's all they see what you can't see, so they're gonna throw it out, and you're trained to listen to it, so you give it a shot when you're in there, whether you can see it or not, and it works.
Yeah,
it works. It's like the trained ear with each other. That's hard. Your mom says it's hard to watch me, huh? But
she's been saying this since I was a little kid, so she couldn't even watch me try to do skateboard tricks because I'd fall down every time and cry, and she'd feel bad. So I already know by default. It's gonna be hard. It's gonna be hard for her to watch my fights.
Yeah, but I tell you, she's there no matter what, regardless. So that is so awesome. Yeah. Omar.
She's all sliding my daughter's snacks and all that when my back's turned. I was like, man, they're already hyper enough.
All the sugar.
Yeah, they're already hyper enough.
But when they go down after all that sugar.
Yeah, and then when I got to wake them up to get them out of the car, they're cranky as hell.
That's a harder fight than you had last night.
Yeah, it is. People don't know that it is. It's hard.
And then you feel bad too, because you got to wake your babies up. It's like, you move them. They're just so precious. You just want them to stay sleeping, but you got to get them out of the car.
Yeah, gotta get them out of the car.
Yep. So Juan is watching right now, and Juan, too bad you couldn't hang on because of the weather. We were dealing with issues from Colorado last week, and they're freezing. They were freezing as well. So we're having issues, with the rest of the United States, unless they're from the Southeast. We've been having nothing but those issues. So we'll get Juan on again, and hopefully, next time you fight, we'll be able to all get more people on here together. Especially, I'd like to get Travis on and get his view down the line. I know he probably likes to stay a little bit behind the scenes as well, but he's right there with you and he's training with you. We're watching you guys. He's taking you to fitness. There's a Fitness 19 and
Fitness 19 at 4 in the morning, 3:30 in the morning.
Yeah, just putting you through it, man. So he's a dedicated trainer.
Yeah, nobody else is doing that. That Mike Tyson mentality, it's real. It's real. Nobody else is doing that. It gives you the edge.
Or even Mayweather's mentality, where he trained 3 o'clock in the morning. Crazy. But you know what?
What do you say? I know I'm doing it because they're not doing it, or like I'm awake and they're asleep.
It gives me the extra edge, knowing because I did it and he didn't.
Yeah. That you're awake before anybody else and you're getting it, dude. That's amazing.
Yeah,
that's discipline, dude. Because I know I'm dead asleep by 3 o'clock, 4 a.m.
Sometimes I get like awesome. 7 hours, 6 hours of rest, and then when I come back from training, I go back to bed. That's just how it has to be, man.
Yeah, bro. But look at the outcome though, 11-0.
Exactly.
Jeez, bro. Don't ever stop, man. Just keep.
All right, the hell though, dog.
And the resilience that it builds on you, nothing affects you. That's why you're so calm while we're waiting for the fights. It doesn't really affect you.
Yeah, it's just weird. I stay calm and I see everybody get all jittery. They're all shadow boxing like 2 hours before the fight. I'm like, dude, don't do that, bro.
Maybe they should listen to you.
Yeah, I'll pace it back and forth. I'm sitting down.
Yeah, you're just sitting there laughing. You're cracking up, dude. Just regular. You could have a whole conversation about something else, and you're still focused. I like that.
Hell yeah, bro.
That's seasoning. You're already seasoning. You have been seasoning. I mean, for the last 4 fights that I've been there with you've always had that calm mentality. it's that seasoning. A lot of guys don't get that for a long time. That's why you see those other guys that are like jitterbugs, man. They're got to move and freaking out, and then they get tired. They get warmed up, then they cool off, and again, you timed that just right last night, and you do it all the time too.
Yep. I know exactly when to get. I know exactly when to just time it.
Yeah, just wait for that fourth or fifth fight, and then you're on next. As long as the ring doesn't break.
Oh yeah, that's what threw me off. I was like, wait a minute, that's what threw me off just a little bit.
That's what happened, right? One of the
remember we were just chilling in the back, and then they were like, hey, they can't go on because the ring bug. I was like, hey, I'm gonna be pissed if they want me to not get ready.
Yeah,
that was one of P-Town guys, right?
It was one of P-Town's guys. The celebration. It was, I guess the ring wasn't sturdy enough.
Dang.
I think it was a rope. I think he jumped on a rope and one of the ropes snapped or something like that.
Yeah, I know. My big ass ain't doing that no more. I ain't never gonna do that again.
Well, especially there.
Yeah.
Hate to say it, but you know what? Shout out to P-Town. They got two wins yesterday. So good for them guys, man. And then that Mercado, was it Mercado, the guy that was next to us? He ended up knocking his guy out.
Mm-hmm.
So man, it was an amazing night for you to top that bad boy off. And nobody could top that but you. That was bad ass in my language, but
that was the best night.
Yeah, he wasn't no punk either. He wasn't no punk because I was clocking him up and he didn't want to go down. He would just come right back at me.
No, that dude had some ring seasoning, man. He's been in the ring a lot. He sparred a lot. He knew how to keep close to you so you wouldn't use your distance and get on the end of your punches. Because he was sticking to you, and staying real tight.
Yeah,
so that was a lot of experience right there, and it was beautiful to see you overcome that.
Yeah,
you do that. That means you're just seasoning just the right way. And I know you haven't spoke to Jesse, but I know Jesse. He was on pins and needles there for a while for the first 3 rounds. And it's like but man, it's hard to call it when you're in the corner.
Yeah.
Yo, I got a couple of clips if I could pull them up.
Yes, please.
Yeah. I just I don't know what round it is. I haven't organized all these clips yet, but I just pull up one I have ready.
So
I'm probably yelling in the back too.
Vincent Ashley Aguilar, that's what's up, Primo. Congrats to you on the win. We love you up here in Northern California. That's
all right,
awesome.
Much love.
Okay, we're ready for you. Here we go.
There we go.
Fourth round. That was the fourth round.
Fourth round?
Yeah. Oh no, that was one that knocked you down. That was the end. Round. That was the end, yeah.
Oh, okay. Wow, man. That's when you just kept going, dude.
I was about to hit the Heisman pose, dog, but I just kept it solid.
Now that was the 5th round, man. Brutal.
Yeah.
That was a brutal fight, man. Amazing to watch it.
You put it in second gear and just went off, dude.
My body was feeling a little tense, and then as soon as I hit him with a good one, it just went away, like it would just magically disappeared.
Wow.
Were you getting a little frustrated?
I was getting a little mad because I was getting mad because he kept doing. He just kept. I was like, man, he's fast, and not just that. He was throwing punches. He was collecting points. I said, okay, I've definitely got to pick it up. And then I was just like, and then the 3rd round came around, and I was like, all right, I'm fully warmed up. I'm good. Yeah. So then after that, I was just tapping his ass up.
Yeah. When he didn't go down with those big shots, were you getting a little frustrated about that too? Because I was.
I wasn't really getting mad because I was like, oh, I was like, okay, he could take punches, but can he give them? That's when I was like, okay, It's not the punches he can take; it's the punches he can give. That's the ones I'm more focused on.
Yeah.
That's why
And
I kept having my head on the swivel.
Yeah.
His
And how was his power?
His power wasn't too good because a lot of times he kept really stepping on my foot a lot, and I was like, oh, dude, he's pissing me off. So that's why I started staying on him more, and I was just my Jesse and Chávez kept wanting me to throw the uppercut body shot, and I was like, dude, I can't. He keeps blocking me on that side. So that's why I kept really throwing the cross, the overhand, and the hooks. And then sometimes I would catch him with the straight cross and then the body shot right here. But most of the time I was trying to loosen up his jaw.
Yeah. I heard Jesse and they were like, move to the right. They're like, step to the right, so you can land your shots because he kept on blocking from that angle. But But dude, I mean, you just picked it up, dude. That last round,
I had to. I was like, dude, I can't let it keep going on. I have to take him out right now.
Well, I'll tell you what, man. That level up is where you need to be because a lot of guys can't level up. They don't have it in the gas tank. That's that training you and Travis have been doing. Just that grind for you to be able to level up in the middle of the rounds and the later rounds. That's championship material right there. That's exactly what that is, and that's exactly where you're at.
Yeah,
so, we know we're going to be able to see that from you now in the future.
I'm excited. I'm excited to see more fights like that. Go to wars.
Same here. Definitely. Well, Omar, do you have any more last words? Like to ask Raul?
No, man. I'm excited, dude. I'm excited for the next one. Definitely, always gonna be in your corner. Always gonna be there, dude. Always gonna be supporting. I want to see more battles like that, dude. And dude, just it's time to celebrate, dude. Like
time to celebrate, and then back to work. Back to work in a couple of weeks.
Back to work, and I'll be there,
the break, man. Definitely. Well, my last words for you is I want you to speak first. Would you like to say anything to the public and to your fans?
I just want to say thank you to all my sponsors, all my fans, but most importantly, I want to thank my dad, my brother, and the most special three, my daughter, Analia, my youngest daughter, Naomi Sol, and then my girlfriend, lady, Marlene Loco, Marlon, because they're the ones that keep me sane when the training gets hard and I have to wake up early in the morning. So they're the ones that keep me sane. So
well, that is awesome, man.
Yeah.
Shout out to your dad, man. I got to talk to him a little bit after the fight. He was very, very, very proud of you, man, and also very gracious for everybody that's there supporting you. He's a good man. So shout out to your pops too. I just want to continue to wish you good health, good focus. I look forward to seeing you just expand your career and watch what the movie and see what the plot brings to us next, because it's definitely building up. And anybody who knows you knows that. And that's why we're all got our eyes on you. And, I'm always a fan, a friend, and I appreciate you for always allowing us to be in your life and in your world. And we plan on being there as long as we're here.
I'll always be happy to have you guys in my corner. I'm always loyal to the soil. I'll never switch up on you guys.
Yep. Neither will we. All righty. All right, my peeps. You got it all from Raul, the champ, ABO and GBO, and future multi-championship titles for this young man. And we just want to wish you, the family, your girl, your family, everybody that you said, your daughters, be blessed. God bless. Stay healthy. Enjoy your time. And we'll just patiently wait to hear what Raul is up to next.
All right.
All right. So that being said, I always have to say, it's like we say in all the houses of pains in Denver, Colorado, and this is every boxing gym. Boxing saves more lives than it'll ever take.
Mm-hmm.
So Ciao, everybody. Have a great week. See you next week.